Good morning, class. I hope you guys are all having a great day. So today's lesson is that we're going to be learning about true or false statements. So we read the Johnny Appleseed book, so we're going to be doing that based off of this book. So let's get started. Sorry. Okay. So, what is a true statement? Well, a true statement is something that is real, actual, accurate, and right or correct. So, let's say I could use the example of the sky is blue. We know that is a true statement because the sky is actually blue. What is a false statement? A false statement is something that is wrong, incorrect, untrue, that, doesn't make sense. So, let me use the example of the grass is blue. We know that is actually a false statement because the grass in fact is not blue and it is green. So I put that little picture there so you guys can see thumbs down is not true. So let us go back to the book. I'm going to read this excerpt here from the book. Many years ago, when America was a new country, there lived a brave and gentle man named John Chapman. So let's go over true statements. So I'm going to do this so that you guys can see what I mean by true or false statement. John Chapman was Johnny Appleseed's real name. So we know this statement is true because we could go back and reference it in the book. Like we can use this as a quote that there lived a brave and gentle man named John Chapman. So if you could go back and reference something, as in like quote it, get it from an actual website that you know is trustworthy, then that could be a true statement. False statement. John Chapman lived in Florida. We know this is obviously false because there's a quote in the book that says John Chapman lived on the frontier, Massachusetts. So we know that is a false statement because it's made up. It's not true. So let's do this together. This is a picture that I pulled out from the book. So is the following statement true or false? John Chapman carried no weapons and walked on his bare feet. We can see in this picture that he is clearly not carrying any weapons, just the sack on his back. And look down here, and he has no shoes on, so he's walking on his bare feet. This statement is true, as it is a direct quote from the book that we just read. So, the assignment. Okay, so here is a worksheet that is basically asking you true or false questions, true or false statements, and you have to write if it's true for T, false F. So these are direct quotes that are from the book. So I want you guys, if you need to, I want you guys to use the book as a reference. So if we look, let's do the first one together. Johnny Appleseed's real name is Johnny Hackman. We just did that one, so we know that is what? False, correct. So we're going to put the letter F for false. So for those of you that do need the help, I want you to use the book because you could find each and every one of these lines here, statements in the book. So let's see. So wrap up. Class, we just learned so much about true or false statements, and I want you guys to be able to use this knowledge in the real world. So let's just go over a few true or false statements one more time. The sky is blue. True. The grass is blue. False. Okay. So whenever you're having a conversation with friends about history, about knowledge, I want you to be able to detect if what they're saying is true or it is false. Okay, that wraps up my PowerPoint and lesson. Um, I really enjoyed doing this micro teach as it like really taught me a lot about myself and who I will be as a teacher. So, my reflection questions. Why did you make the choices you did for this lesson? I chose Johnny Appleseed because I would be able to incorporate both a science section, which would be for my micro teach two, and this one was social studies. So for science, I would do like the actual apple, like the core, dissecting an apple. What was the most difficult part about planning this lesson? I think the most difficult part was producing like a specific topic. So for example, I chose true and false. That was the most difficult part for me because I was trying to find like a specific angle to go with this book. What are your plans for microteach 2? My plans are to go more in depth with pre-planning. I don't think I pre-planned enough for this specific one. I want to give myself more time as in like stretch out the days that I use to plan for this microteach. Thank you so much for watching and I hope you have a good day.